Okay?
Yep,
Ready to start?
you're good to go. Autopilot.
Okay. Welcome to Cine Gear, New York. We're here in Brooklyn in Industry City, and I'm part of the Avenger and Manfrotto lighting team. And we're here to showcase our new Buccaneer stand. It's the first time it's being shown in New York City. And what we have on display here is the Buccaneer stand in its compact mode that you see right here, ready to go on a truck, in a studio, wherever the case may be. It folds down really compact. A couple of the key features of this particular stand: has foam-filled wheels, has a very low loading height, and allows you to take a light like the Arri S360 up 12 feet in the air if you desire. The great thing about that is you'll see when we get to that area of the stand, you'll see that we have the capability of attaching the ballast and attaching the remote control to the stand itself. So it really brings some great features for you to have your gear on and put it into production very safely. A little bit about the stand itself. The loading height is less than 40 inches, which is fantastic. The other great feature is it will take a 100 kilo, 220 pound load, and again goes 3.4 meters up high, just under 10 feet, around the 10 foot mark, I should say. Foam-filled wheels, of course, is critical on any stand of this caliber because you want to make sure that it doesn't puncture if you are loading it and rolling it into an area where potentially you could have a terrain that is not ideal for a stand. Great thing is, again, from a folding point of view, you can see it nice and compact. So now we're at our second Buccaneer that we have set up on the floor here, and what's great about this second Buccaneer is you can see it's ready to go and ready to be loaded. We've put the legs down, we've got the foam-filled wheels in place, we have braked wheels that we can push on here and release if desired. The great thing is we have the 3 leveling legs, so before we even put our load on here, we can set it up and we can adjust the leveling legs. Right now you can see I can wheel the stand very freely. It has the wheels that can be guided. We have them pinned down, we can turn it, we can move it forward, we can move it backwards as desired. We can brake the wheels as well, so that way when we're ready and we're in place, the stand's not going to move on you. The big thing we're also featuring and showcasing here is the low loading height. When you look at the loading height of this stand, it's less than 40 inches. So that's what is really unique about this stand, is the low loading height. And also, of course, the weight, as I mentioned earlier. We came back to our middle stand that we have set up in our display today because what we wanted to also show you, we did mention the low loading height, which is awesome. And the great thing about the low loading height is when you're putting big lights on top of these stands, you want to be able to get 2 people to work with it and get it on the stand quickly and efficiently. Equally, when you're working with a stand like this, you want it to be able to go up and down extremely fast. We use a winter-driven type system, allows us to raise and lower the stand. You can use both hands if you desire, or again, you can use one and you can raise and lower it to the desired level that you need when you're working. So one of the safety features that I just mentioned is when you're bringing the Buccaneer down, you can press the red release button here. Even if you press the red release button and there's a load on top of the stand, it's not going to creep on you at all. When you're ready to wind down the stand, then you have to push the red release button here, which will release the mechanism on the inside of the column and allows you to bring the stand down. And now we're ready back at that loading height if we need to. Now we're at our third setup of the Buccaneer, and now we have it in its ideal setup if you are working on a set or on location. You can see it's got an Arri S360 on top of the stand itself, and what's also unique is we can mount the ballast that you see positioned to my right here on the stand as well. The other thing is we incorporated a metal plate so that allows you to mount the remote. It's a magnetic, so that allows you to mount the remote right on the stand itself, so you do not run the risk of losing your remote. At the end of the day, the S360 allows you to move around on set with the ballast attached, so you don't have to worry about having anything left behind when you move it from one area to another. You can see that it's fully set up, it's fully extended to its max height, which is 3.4 meters, just around the 10 foot mark, and will take a weight capacity just around the 220 pound mark.